terrifying spiritual power erupted around Yuziu, forming a blinding pillar of light. The ground and stones surrounding him shattered instantly, unable to withstand such crushing might. Avon, witnessing this scene, couldn't help but be shocked. So, you even possess the light attribute? Facing him head-on, Yuziu's voice rumbled coldly. What I possess is far beyond anything you could ever imagine. With that, he unleashed the technique Summoning of Light. A blinding white radiance surged outward, carrying the power of utter destruction. Avon swept his hand, sending forth a golden streak of spiritual force. Then let me see just what you truly possess. His golden energy sliced clean through Yuziu's beam of light and hurtled toward him without obstruction. Boom! The impact struck Yuziu directly, too fast for him to evade. The blast detonated, shockwaves spreading across the sea as towering waves rose sky-high. The golden energy split down through his body, tearing away a portion of his form. Avon's voice thundered, "It's not over yet." He conjured a massive golden bow from pure energy, shaping a technique, the Arrow of Judgment. A colossal arrow of spiritual power formed in his grasp. In the next heartbeat, Avon released it, the arrow streaking through the air before suddenly fracturing into countless smaller bolts. They rained down like a storm of arrows, blooming across Yuziu's vision like a deadly, radiant firework. Instantly, Yuziu responded, summoning the technique Brilliant Galaxy, manifesting countless blades of void energy to counterattack. The blades clashed with the arrows, exploding into shockwaves that sent the sea surging, water erupting into a colossal wall. Avon roared, "Too slow! Far too slow!" With a sweep of his hand, he shattered two of the void blades nearing him. Yet the moment he destroyed them, countless others came slashing in, forcing him to spin and strike again and again. Meanwhile, the storm of arrows he had unleashed struck Yuziu squarely. The destructive force tore across Yuziu's body, leaving him straining to endure. Avon seized the moment, pressing his assault. The power of an imperial weapon isn't something a mere being like you can control. As he rushed closer, Yuziu suddenly opened his eyes wide, his gaze blazing like fire. But Avon gave him no chance to react. His golden body surged, swelling into a colossal form. With a single massive punch, he smashed Yuziu down into the sea. Size, form, I can control it at will, Avon growled coldly. Yuziu's head broke the surface of the waves, his thoughts grim. So this is the first time I've been knocked down, isn't it? Hovering above, Avon spoke with chilling calm. Whether it's me, or any other imperial weapon, we can survive countless epochs in this universe. If you truly want to claim me, then show me power that surpasses even that of an imperial weapon. No sooner had his words fallen than Yuziu's countless roots erupted upward, surging to bind Avon tightly in place. Rising from the sea, Yuziu suddenly split into multiple avatars, surrounding Avon on all sides. In the next instant, the three clones of Yuziu gathered devastating energy in their mouths, brilliant purple light flashing ominously. With a roar, they unleashed three massive orbs of spiritual power, slamming down on Avon's position and blasting seawater skyward in a cataclysmic surge. When the spiritual energy finally dispersed and the white mist cleared, Avon still stood tall, utterly unscathed. He spoke with chilling indifference. "Is that all? How disappointing." At the same moment, Yuziu's form shifted once more, his body surging into an even more fearsome state, countless times stronger than before. Avon was a little surprised, silently thinking to himself, his strength seems to have grown even stronger again. Standing before him, Yuziu narrowed his eyes, battle intent blazing in his gaze. Only now does the real fight begin. Hearing this, Avon suddenly burst into laughter. "Ha! If that's what you say." In the next moment, the spiritual power within him erupted violently, like a raging fire capable of devouring and destroying everything. His voice turned grim. "Then I'll get serious as well." Yuziu raised his hand high, and a sphere of spiritual power instantly formed in his palm. Within seconds, it swelled in size, the energy inside surging and churning violently as it emitted a blinding light. Yuziu roared, "You'd better take this seriously." In an instant, Avon's released spiritual energy twisted into a violent, spinning tornado. Then, in a shocking transformation, it manifested into a colossal dragon looming behind him. The dragon raised its head and roared, its massive body thrashing as it churned the sea into towering waves, before opening its maw to swallow Yuziu's energy sphere whole. The orb of spiritual power shuddered violently under the impact, producing an ear-piercing screech. At the same time, elsewhere, the tree of good and evil suddenly raised its arm and unleashed the technique 10,000 branches. From its arm, countless branches shot forward, slicing the air and leaving behind rifts in the void. Aiware swung his scythe, effortlessly cleaving through the onrushing branches. He shouted loudly, "Watch as I hack you to pieces!" The tree of good and evil roared back in fury, still nothing impressive at all. Just then, both of them felt it, the overwhelming surge of spiritual power spreading like a crushing weight across the battlefield. Not far away, the sea itself was engulfed by raging spiritual energy, condensing into a blazing red sphere like a miniature sun, before exploding with devastating force. The blast gouged a massive crater into the ocean, seawater surging and cascading inward. At the heart of the explosion, Yuziu's body was torn apart, part of him consumed by the violent energy. Seeing this, Aiware shouted anxiously, "Master!" Facing Yuziu, Avon's expression hardened. "You're growing more and more formidable." His own body, however, had also been half destroyed by the blast. Grimly, he growled, "Let me see if you have any other tricks left." As soon as his words fell, the half of Avon's body that had been obliterated instantly regenerated, returning to its perfect state. Yuziu's eyes widened in shock. "This bastard! Is he mocking me?" Without hesitation, Yuziu's form also restored itself, his sturdy roots weaving together into a new body. Suddenly, the eye at the center of his forehead snapped open, radiating a blinding golden light. Once more Yuziu transformed, his roots extending outward from his back, growing longer and longer as his form surged with terrifying power.